I can confidently say that Revenge of the Sith is even worse than I remember, like a lot worse. I remember it as a boring, miserable film, but I guess I had blocked out many of the details, subconsciously attempting to save myself from reliving the trauma. This movie is outrageously, offensively bad. You could, and I'm not saying this for effect, you could make a case that it's like the worst film ever made.
This is probably the worst Star Wars take I've ever heard. Like, this is legendarily bad. This is worse than anything Star Wars Explained has ever said about Star Wars. This is worse than anything these Star Wars sequel fans have ever said about Star Wars. This is worse than anybody trying to defend The Acolyte or try and tell me that Andor is peak Star Wars. Like, this is a worse take. This is like the worst take ever. This is probably the worst take on any type of fiction ever. But let's continue listening to this idiot, Matt Walsh.
The dialogue is atrocious. George Lucas, it would seem, has never heard humans speak. He writes dialogue like I imagine an alien would write dialogue if the only thing he knew about the human race he learned by watching daytime soap operas.
This is the problem with these Daily Wire people, right? They are all Hollywood rejects. They all think that they were wronged for not being included in the Hollywood atmosphere, right? Not accepted. And they attribute it all to their politics. Oh, well, we were rejected because of our politics. Like, nah, bro, it's because you guys suck. You guys have horrible takes, horrible opinions on entertainment. You guys can't entertain anybody. You got Ben Shapiro over here trying to make content for kids, and he's literally ripping off Bluey. And I know people are probably going to come at me for going at Matt Walsh here because maybe he voted for Trump and he's conservative. Listen, you can agree with someone politically and still think that they're idiots.
This movie doesn't have good action scenes. The action scenes are long and busy and lots of things happen in them, but they are not good. I mean, the fight choreography is terrible. It's clumsy and nonsensical and uninspired. Many of the Jedis who are supposed to be like intergalactic ninjas, like the Karate Kids of the cosmos or whatever, have shockingly bad reflexes. I mean, Revenge of the Sith features some of the slowest fight scenes I've ever seen. There's a scene where Emperor Ovaltine, or whatever his name is who I guess is not an emperor.
You know, Matt Walsh, and I think he's, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, right there. He's promoting it. He's still promoting it, this dummy. Look at that. He's still promoting what is a woman, right? That is how Matt Walsh became famous to most people. Because you see, Matt Walsh here, he actually tried to make it big in Hollywood at some point, but he failed to do so. And like these other dummies over at the Daily Wire, they equate their failure in Hollywood to the fact that they're conservative. And sure, that may be the case. But for the most part, it's because these guys are talentless hacks. Matt Walsh here made a living by asking this question, what is a woman? And he goes around and he dunks on these super woke people that already have problems, already have issues. They're incapable of seeing logic, right? It's not hard to dunk on these people. I can do it all day. But at some point, you're like, all right, dude, come on, we got to knock it off. We're just picking on these people at this point, right? We're kicking their back in at this point. But Matt Walsh, he won't let it go. He keeps asking this question, what is a woman? You see here, he's still promoting this garbage movie, which, by the way, it's not a good movie. You know, it's funny once, but, you know, it's a good premise. If anybody else did this movie, what is that movie? It would be hysterical, but Matt Walsh is not that. He's not really talented. He has horrible takes. And this one here, this take on Star Wars is probably the worst take I've ever seen. I ain't gonna hold you. But here's the thing about Matt Walsh, because he's asking this question. I'm gonna explain to Matt Walsh what is a woman, or at least a way you can describe it. A woman, Matt Walsh, is someone who describes Revenge of the Sith in the exact same way you just did. That is a woman. A woman is someone that doesn't understand why humans in Star Wars talk this way, right? So I'm going to explain it to you like you're a chick that came on over to do the deed. You know what I mean? I'm going to explain it to you, Matt Walsh. This is why. Because the humans in Star Wars don't come from planet Earth, you dummy. The humans in Star Wars did not learn English from English people. You dummy. And now he's going in on the fight sequences. Right, and this tells me something. That he clearly did not understand Star Wars. He's incapable of understanding Star Wars, like most women, right? Most women, you bring a chick over. You know, she comes over in the shorts, has the hair already tied up. She came over for a reason. It certainly was not to watch Star Wars. But you trick her anyway. She's watching Revenge of the Sith with you. You think you found the one. You're like, oh, man, if she likes this movie, we're getting married tomorrow. But then you ask her what she thinks. And she describes Star Wars in the exact same way, literally bar for bar that Matt Walsh just did. She'll complain about the dialogue. She'll say, why are they speaking this way? You know, she'll complain about the fighting. You know, at one point here, Matt Walsh, he's asking, why are they in a lava planet?
Kenobi, which takes place on a lava planet for some reason. I don't remember why they went to a lava planet. Maybe there was a good reason. Okay, why would anyone go to a lava planet? If there are thousands of planets and you can go to any of them faster than the speed of light, why would you ever choose the lava planet for any activity? What possible activity why would you ever go to it? Why?
See, again, that's something that a chick would say. You know, as she came over to watch, you know, to hang out, and you got her watching Revenge of the Sith, and you look over and she's just scrolling mindlessly on her phone, not really paying attention with hot Cheeto dust all over her fingertips. That's exactly how she would answer this or try to answer this question as to why they're on Mustafar on the lava planet. She'll start asking these stupid questions like, why are they in this planet? Who would go there? You know? So again, Matt Walsh, what is a woman? A woman generally is someone that does not understand or appreciate Star Wars, especially Revenge of the Sith. I'm telling you, this is probably the worst take I have ever seen for anything entertainment-wise. Like, seriously, this buffoon here, Matt Walsh, and here's the thing, guys, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not really a fan of the Daily Wire anymore. I used to be, you know, but as soon as they started letting go of your Candace Owens, your Brett Coopers. Here's the thing, guys. We can agree politically. Like, I'm sure I agree with Matt Walsh here politically on a lot. I agree with Ben Shapiro on a lot. I support the state of Israel. I agree with these things. But just because we agree on certain politics, you know, does not mean we can't call each other out when we say stupid shit like Matt Walsh here. You know, I agree. I'm sure I agree with the dude on a lot of things, especially on women's sports. I agree with him, you know. But you know, when he says something stupid like this entire video, this video is like 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes worth of stupidity coming from this woman here. It's like, you have to call it out. You have to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be mean to Matt Walsh here, but you have to call out the stupidity. I'm just saying, bro, you ain't fooling nobody, right? I'm beginning to think Matt Walsh over here, he's obsessed with the whole what is a woman thing. I'm beginning to have my suspicions. Maybe he's like that dude in White Lotus. You know what I mean? The dude with Walton Goggins at the bar. He's like, oh, I started wanting to be a woman. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.